Okay, Twitch is live. YouTube is live. Neat. Yeah, I mean that's a good tip with every concert place is don't buy tickets from scalpers. I mean, I know they always make their money because people just always need to go to these concerts. But if you don't buy from the scalper, then the scalper's just wasted money buying tickets. I wonder what that salmon run's looking like. I really want to play in an all-random rotation. It has been way too long, and those are really fun. And I didn't actually look at that earlier. Oh, hey, this is a rotation with an undercover. Neat. Yeah, let's see if there's any clothes I do not have. Yep, got all that. I have way too much. I think I might actually have something with merch at the moment. I don't know. I'm tempted to do a little Splat Zones. See if I can push my X power up a bit. But I don't like Inkblot Splat Zone. I might do Splat Zones at some point though. Let's grab a less mean equipment setup. What am I even gonna use? I could go back to just building up turf points on my undercover. Because it's getting there. 802,000 points. Nearly 803,000. And there's a lot of turf points. I kind of want to use the sloshing machine. Yeah, the soda sloshing machine. They should have done a sloshing machine in these colors. Because that would have just been beautiful. What does it get from this? Ink coverage. I basically remember what it was like before. What's it like with all this main power up? I know I'm gonna miss my run speed, but... yeah, I mean, it's... would have more rather, like, damage up. Be able to push it to, like, 99.9 damage. That would have been neat. That would have been broken, though. So, run speed, these. I go more run speed, but I like the ink recovery. No, I'll go with these ones. Yeah. Run speed. Because the sloshing machine is surprisingly light. Like, I expected this to have been the heavy option of the buckets. The original buckets, anyway. But from playing with them, it seems like it was more the default bucket is the heavy option of the default 3. Oh, the standard 3. Now the Explosher is the heavy option. The heavy long range option. If the Explosher didn't have the range it does, it probably wouldn't see any use. Like, if it had the same sort of range as the sloshing machine, it probably wouldn't see any use at all. Understandably, because the only thing it's really got going for it is turfing. And if you get good enough with it, and can lead your shots appropriately, a potential one-hit kill if the stars align. And other than that, you're looking at like a 2-hit kill. It's still an annoying weapon to fight, though. still decently powerful. I just wish it was more powerful. Like, when I first looked at the Explosher, I was like, oh man, so it's like an artillery thing. Like, it'll be, you know, basically a harder to use blaster. No. No, not quite. Ow. Oh, that's a great start. Man, I cannot aim. I did literally just wake up. But that's no excuse. Out of ink. I am doing terribly. Jeez. I guess today is just destined to be an off day. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I haven't got a single splat yet. I've not even breached 700 points of turf. This is just kind of sad. Doesn't help that Splattershot feels like he's uber tryhard, but still. Might just be because he splatted me like almost every time I died. And yet we still win! I mean, we did have the better turf coverage for our team. So, I did absolute... Where did I get 2 kills from? I most certainly did not get 2 kills. I don't remember it ever popping up at the bottom saying splatted so-and-so. Unless it happened from my bomb rushes. Because I wasn't paying attention then, but... Okay. Still did absolutely garbage. Maybe I can do better this game. Oh hey, it's main stage again. Hello, Heavy Kez. Bugger. I should really do a little test just to see how good the main power-up is on this thing. Ow. Died to a brush. Had I not run out of ink, that might have went a lot better. Ow. Well, took him with me. I'm doing better this game. It's only taken me a game to get to the point where I can at least reach 700 turf points and still be accomplishing things. Most kills, probably also most deaths. Well, I'm kind of glad they removed the death counter from that screen. A lot of my matches would just be depressing. So I am going to... Yeah, I'll put these shoes on. That one little sub of bomb defense is not going to do anything, but I might get my bomb rush faster, so that'll be nice. I do like me some bomb rushes. Hello? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I almost don't want to try because I'm gonna butcher it. I'm just gonna see him. I can make that out of your name easily. I've only been awake for maybe half an hour, so I'm not gonna be naming well. I'm not gonna be playing well either. I will get to that friend request right after this match. So anyone who's... If there's anyone currently attempting to join, just know I'm going to be backing out after this match to get to the friend request. Yep, I'm gonna get to it. Just as I just said. I would just accept it right now, but Nintendo don't like that. Darn it. Ow. Didn't realize he was there. Think they got it. Maybe. Yep. Jeez, that looked a lot closer to me. But, okay. Oh, jeez. When did I get a... Okay. See, Nintendo don't like that much. Oh, Agent Dino, and I'd really rather not. It doesn't sound that fun to stream to me. I don't tend to do private battle stuff, unless we can get a full room of people, and then it's more just randomly playing game modes, basically. The built-in game modes. Which, the one time I've actually had enough people here to do that, I had to, set myself and one other player as always on each of the teams, because if we randomly ended up on one team, it turned everything into a curb stomp. Yep, kinda guessed you were the Scene / Sean / however that name is pronounced. It's pronounced various different ways. Ow. Ah! Teammate avenged me! I should just start throwing splat bombs around the place. beacons? Are they good beacons? I don't think they're good beacons. They might be, though. That shirt might have sub power-up in it. Never underestimate the power of a Splatfest tee with sub power-up. You could probably run a pretty good beacon kit just on that. Ow. Don't have the range for that. My standard annoyance tactic didn't work. I'm used to being able to just poke a dude that's doing a booyah bomb and they'll try and throw it at you because you poked them. That person didn't. Hey, Rend. I'm just back at using the slushing machine. This thing has become like an addiction for me. It's just like I need to use it. I need it. I just like bomb rushes. For me, there's only one right one. It's this one, because I like bomb rushes. Yeah, I'm not honestly a fan of it either. I like the splashdown. I'm not a fan of the fizzy bomb on it. Mostly, and it's probably just I'm bad at throwing fizzy bombs, but I can do more in the time it would take me to charge it with this thing than charging it and throwing it. Even with the hopping, making it charge faster, throwing it. Like, I could advance in that time, and I'd more rather do that and very likely die. But possibly still splat somebody over just standing around, hopping a bit. Ow, charging the bomb. I didn't even notice they had a sniper. I'm observant! Okay, how? How did I live there? Like, from using the Fizzy Bomb a bit on the Kensa there, the Kensa sloshing, I have gotten a bit of an appreciation for it. Like, I like it more now. But it just feels out of place on the Kensa. Ow. I kind of like auto bombs. I feel like I'm the only one, but I do kind of like them. I mean, I get they rarely ever actually do what you intend them to do, which is splat somebody. Ow. But they are still decent for throwing around a corner. Like, if I could have just thrown auto bomb up there, it might have dealt with the sniper for me. At least got him to move. Alright, Rand. Have a good day. Possibly see you tonight. Hey, I did that right for once. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hello, Heavy Splatling. Jogging around the place like he owns it. Ow. Give me points. Points. There you go, Blobber. Have a nice little point sensor. Ow. Wait, we have beacons again. Oh, it's the same guy from before. Oh, jeez, those suck. Part of me really wants to grab something with beacons just so I can be like, no, this is how you do it, guys. But I know no one would use them, because that's how it works. Especially after there's been someone in the match who has just not known how to use beacons. Because, like, now just about everyone's gonna be like, ah, well, that beacon's gotta be that guy's. It's terrible, and I'm not gonna use it. Like, Nintendo's been making it easier to get good, fast beacons with minimal sub power-up. And yet people still don't do it. Like, is it really that hard? Just, like, put one main of sub power-up on, and you've got pretty good beacons. Or you could use your third auxiliary slot on, you know, basically each bit of equipment, because it's easiest to get 2 of something on everything. For, you know, the subs, and just have 3 subs of sub power-up, and you're still gonna have okay beacons. They're not gonna be great. They're not gonna be anywhere close to mine, but they'll still be good. Oh, don't tell me we have 2 AFKs. I think we have 2 AFKs. Oh no, we have 1 AFK. Okay. I'm doing what I can. Hey, our AFK is actually playing now. Good. Well, I say AFK, but it wouldn't be K, because that's keyboard. Away from... AFS! Away from Switch. Oh, jeez. Whoops. I'm so dead. Yeah. Losing that initial initiative has kinda killed us. We might be able to pull this back, though, in the last 30 seconds, but it'll be touchy. Ow. 2 of them are down! Turf, boys! Turf! Did we actually do it? Did we actually get it? I think we did. Okay. That worked. I almost feel like I should devote more to getting my special even faster. Darn it! Ow. Tenta missiles. Ow. It'd be so nice if my team could push a bit. I know they're trying. And especially like charging at a dynamo isn't usually something you want to do. It'd still be nice if they would do it a bit more. Yeah, we lost this one. Almost certainly we lost this one. I'll stick with this. I'll just change up my shoes a bit again. Yeah, I'll go with these. See if the increased coverage will help. Because I think it'll basically also help with just dealing damage. Because, I mean, I like getting the bomb rush faster, but if I can be more effective at splatting, I might not need it as often. If I could aim, I'd have a great benefit, but I cannot aim to save my life. Ow. Oh, I hate how the camera does that. It's been a long time since I've had a death to the camera, but that was definitely a death to the camera. Like, oh, what's that? You want to actually know there's things around you? Too bad. Too bad. Ow. Eh. Hate running out of ink. I don't think it really helped that much. Yeah, I'll go with that. That way I have an equal amount of swim speed up as to run speed up. Should be helpful. Maybe. I don't know. Ow. Ow. Part of me almost wants to go and grab my undercover. Hate dualies. They are way too mobile. Like, I get they have the, downside of they're kinda inaccurate. They need to be way more inaccurate for that to really be a downside. It's coming from my usage of them, and I can still splat people, and I can't aim to begin with. Yeah, they are very much an RNG weapon. If you're not doing the whole, stand still thing. Ow. Died to a torpedo. I bring shame to this place. But, like, jeez. I don't even remember to dodge roll much with dualies, and they're still, in my opinion, better than a lot of weapons. Yeah, I think I'll swap over to my undercover. Hope I'm not absolute garbage with it. It'll probably take me a game or two. Oh, jeez. Well, I point censored some people. Yeah, this is just gonna be a massacre. Especially because our sniper is doing what snipers do and letting everyone down. I mean, what? I don't absolutely hate snipers. What are you talking about? What on earth? Right, the heavy spotling has point sensors. We're losing anyway, so... Thank you, whoever killed the sniper. Maybe that'll get him actually doing something for the last minute. I've said it many times before, but why would you continue battling or enter the queue if you know there's a chance you're gonna get pulled away? Yep, there he goes, disconnecting. That's a case of it stands to question why you would play a sniper if your internet's kinda bad. Hello, Toast. Okay. Could you please stop spamming? I know I don't really have a no spamming rule, but still. Oh no, the enemy team had a disconnect. But your special should have been something that could have saved you, person. I think it's an inkjet. Why wouldn't you have just inkjetted? Ow. I mean, yeah, you could say it would waste the special, but if he lives, then it's better than dying. Because that also wastes the special. Ow. That heavy splatling is just out for blood. Or, I suppose it'd be ink, but still. Ow. Caught between a heavy splatling and a bucket. That is never a place you want to be in. SRP? What's the ship replacement program doing here? I've played EVE too much. That's the problem with playing MMOs, is every MMO gets its own, you know, basically things that the community comes up with to shorten things, and EVE Online has ship replacement program, SRP. Ow. Thought I was fired up. Take that, ocean! I want nothing to do with you no more. I'm bipedal now. Oh, jeez. Oh, our ship replacement program is AFK. That's not good. Oh, they disconnected. Okay. A lot of disconnections happening. Jeez. Ow. It's annoying when people know how to fight the undercover. That is probably the most efficient way to kill an undercover, is hit the back of their shield with a bomb. Or the very tippy top of their shield. Did the stream die? Mine appears to be... My playback appears to be dead. Time to refresh that. I'm gonna back out just to make sure everything's working again. Okay, everything does appear to be working again. I don't know what happened, but my preview just broke. I am on teleportation, I believe. 1 second. Yeah, I'm on teleportation. I should actually start working on this shirt. Yeah, I'll work on this shirt. Want some ink resist still, though. I know I have an ink resist set of shoes somewhere. It's not great, but it exists. Here they are. They're like my purple sea slugs, but they're vastly worse. I wonder if I could socket another ink resist on there. Fair enough. You can go for whatever side you want to go with. That's kind of the point. Usability chunks. That's what I'm looking for. No, I don't have enough yet. I need 4 more. Yeah, I can't really put anything productive here. So those will just kind of have to stay the way they are. I think salmon is open. It does look like an interesting rotation, but I think I might just stick with Turf War for now. I'd possibly do salmon later tonight. person. I kind of figured they were partying. After I'd already shot them. Ow. Fair enough. I mean, I kind of guessed that. I just really feel like playing Turf War right now. Is the main thing. Ow. I do. Nova Scotia is like 40-ish% French speaking. More if you count bilingual people. I cannot speak any French. I was supposed to learn when I was in school, but I had no interest in learning French. I mean, I have nothing against the language, I just... Honestly, I have, I've never had any interest in going anywhere where they only speak French. Or where people only speak French, so... Yep. There are some parts of Canada where it's almost entirely French-speaking. Like, Quebec. Nova Scotia, it depends on what part of Nova Scotia you're in. I believe the further north you go in Nova Scotia, the more French speakers there are. It's either north or south. It's one of the two directions. Ow. Rude. Breaking my shield like that. Ow. Rude, smashing me in with a hammer like that. Probably not, actually. Mostly because Nova Scotia tends to sit basically on the jet stream. Well, it's more, it sits on top of Nova Scotia. Making our weather temperamental. It was snowing this morning, where I am. It wasn't building up, it was in the air, but it was snowing. It's currently just kind of cloudy. Effectively, we slipped to the north side of the jet stream. Yeah, legitimately the year I was born, there was still snow on the ground. My birthday's in May. My birthday's less than 10 days from now. Where I am, we don't exactly get all the seasons, but we also kind of do. We have our own seasons, basically. The year will start with the ending of winter, then move into mud season, and then move into summer, and then fall for like a week, and then it moves into late mud season, and then snow again. With winter. Last year wasn't so bad because we didn't get a whole ton of rain, but this year we've had a ton already, so it's gonna be a pretty bad mud season. I'm sure all the rednecks that live around here will be perfectly happy about that, but I most certainly am not. Because they, for whatever reason, love driving their expensive vehicles around in the mud and getting them stuck. For reasons I will never understand. It's all over the place. Legitimately, the town I grew up in, Digby, I don't live there anymore. But, it basically used to be immune to weather, basically. Like, storms would pass around around Digby. They wouldn't affect the town at all, really. Like, all around us could have, like, 30 to 50 centimeters of snow. Digby might have, like, 2. Mostly because it's surrounded by hills that just kind of push... Well, they basically divert storms away from it. Basically a giant bowl. Yeah, that's basically how it gets with here, too. Ow. I would... Yeah, I was about to say, I would name off some temperatures, but you probably wouldn't get them, because, I mean... I wouldn't understand your temperatures either, because Celsius and Fahrenheit are just weird. I will never understand Fahrenheit. I don't know in whose mind 36 equaled 0. But whoever it was really should not have been making decisions on temperature measurement. Ow. Is it 36 or 32? I can't even remember what the Fahrenheit 0 is. Like, freezing temperature. It won't be a smooth transition, even if you guys do. I mean, Canada didn't switch fully away from Fahrenheit that long. Well, it switched about a generation or two ago. And there are still people in Canada that prefer using Fahrenheit for whatever reason. I don't understand. Like, even my mother, for example, uses Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, inches, you know, inaccurate measurements. At this point, it would almost be too much work to change, Yeah, I mean, that would fit for the US. If you guys were to ever change miles per hour to kilometers per hour, there'd have to be so much infrastructural work done. Because you guys stayed rooted in miles per hour for so long. Hello, I'm gonna call you L Villain. Because that's what I can make out of your name and comfortably say. I'd probably mess up saying the rest of your name. I mean, you can be healthy and still live in the States. You can't deny there's a lot of burger joints around the place. I myself just stick to I eat whatever I want, but I don't overeat. And it leads me to being basically fit. Well, at least, you know. If I were to exercise, I would be fit, kind of thing. I just don't exercise. Yeah. I've seen some places where literally you walk down like a single block now, and it's just McDonald's on every corner, basically. Same with Starbucks. Ow. Though I can't say much. In Canada, it's basically that way with Tim Hortons, so... We've even started infiltrating the US with Tim Hortons. So... Which you'll probably hear a lot of people, like, go, oh man, Tim Hortons used to be so much better. I honestly don't think anything they've done has particularly changed in taste. Much as a lot of people seem to think it has. It's like, oh, before such and such a company bought them out, they were so much better. But they were always mediocre. It's fast. That's what you get. Fast food is mediocre food. That's how fast food works. I am on a decent losing streak now, jeez. Yeah, that's legitimately what I've heard from, like, every American I've heard mention Tim Hortons. It's like, oh man, yeah, their stuff's good. Yeah, I honestly don't see what everyone's problem is with it up here. How close am I to... Jeez, I've pushed that up a good 10,000. I'm gonna go back to the sloshing machine. Yeah. I've had Dunkin' Donuts once. I actually didn't prefer it over Tim Hortons. Partially because everything was more expensive for about the same thing. So it's like, huh. Why would I bother? It's more money for the exact same product. It tastes basically the same. Darn it. I'm not used to how quickly those things can turn. Guys, how are we losing? They have a sniper. Well, I know how we're losing. They also have dualies. Dualies that know what they're doing. Which is a dangerous type of dualies. Dualies aren't overpowered. I'm just blowing everything out of proportion. I I haven't routinely seen sets of dualies just basically do what that one just did. No, totally not. Yeah. Yeah, if I'm remembering the prices right, this was a long time ago. But like, the Dunkin' Donuts I went to was like $3 for the exact same coffee, exact same size. That I get at like Tim Hortons. Only I get it at Tim Hortons for $2. So I was paying $1 more for something that tasted the same, was the same size. In general, was just the same product. Hello, Octojoe. Well, Rand doesn't always like talking about Splatoon. He talks about music a fair bit. I just don't know anything about the music he talks about. So I can't... I can't hold a conversation with him like that. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I understand that probably about 90% of my viewers are school age, so... Yeah, well, that's half the fun. Is not knowing what's going on, just having things happen. Pokemon is a really neat series, though. Like, for anyone who likes RPGs, I would honestly suggest Pokemon. Because it is very much the type of RPG where, like, it's complicated that people that are looking for a complicated RPG can get what they're looking for, but it's simple enough anyone can play it. That a lot of them do. Some of them, not so much. Jinx, for one. Jinx does not look cute. Jinx looks like a nightmare. It's a Generation 1 Pokemon that... Ow. Do you know who Mr. Popo is from Dragon Ball? Because if you do... Oh, bugger. It's hard to describe this without it sounding racist, but it's not, which is even harder to explain. It's kind of a black humanoid blob, as in pitch black, with, you know, Jinx is anyway, with giant, just red lips, which probably right there sounds like blackface. It actually was not designed around that. People have thought that for a long time. It wasn't. I forget what it's called, but it's a trend in Japan. Like, it's literally a beauty trend. But, yeah, it's that with lips. It has very visible breasts for whatever reason. And this is something Nintendo thought was a great idea for a Pokemon. Yeah, it is not a pleasant Pokemon. I honestly don't think you would need to know anything to watch Detective Pikachu. Because it's not exactly a Pokemon movie. From what I understand. Ow. And Nintendo has also been on quite a kick lately of making everything newly made around Pokemon as new player-friendly as possible. Because they very much seem to be missing the point of what made the older Pokemon games sell so well. Ow. Like, from what I remember of, like, the sales of the Pokemon games, the first one was a huge success. It was something new, and people loved it. Basically, it's bug catching turned up to 1,000. The sequels didn't sell as well as the first. Mostly just because, well, some of the people who had bought the first game didn't like it, and didn't buy the second. Those who did like the first bought the second. Gen 3 sold decently well again, but people were getting kind of tired of Pokemon at that point, mostly because Nintendo was overusing the older Pokemon. Gen 4 sold decently bad. The first two games in the series for Gen 4 were unfinished, and it was obvious. Platinum sold better than Diamond and Pearl, but not by a lot. And then Black and White came out, which was entirely new Pokemon, entirely new region. Everything was new, and it sold amazingly well. Like, Gen 6 came out with a worldwide release, all at the same time. Sold incredibly well because of that. Since then, Nintendo has not done either of those things again. every Pokemon game since then. Japan has got it first, with North America getting it after, and then Europe getting it shortly after that, Australia getting it even later than that. Like, I get the truly worldwide release probably annoyed the Japanese player base, who are used to getting games before everyone else. But it made everyone else a lot happier and want to buy the game. And I also get that making a whole new region for Pokemon and a whole new, like, 150-odd Pokemon would be a difficult task for, like, one person. But Nintendo has a full team working behind this. Surely they have enough ideas to make 150-ish new Pokemon. But the past two generations, 6 and 7, have had less than 150 new Pokemon combined. And people are losing interest again. The Let's Go games were, I haven't seen figures, but I'm willing to bet they were kind of a flop. Because a lot of the core Pokemon fans didn't want the game. And then after seeing how broken the mechanics were, didn't want the game even more. But yeah, Australia gets everything late. Like, everything. Unless it's like a digital release onto Steam, they get everything late. A lot of times, they won't even get a game in general. Which kinda sucks, if I'm honest. Like, I get a lot of the problem is Australia itself. Like, they have a lot of, like, basically rating systems of their own it has to go through. Ow. Which makes porting a game to the Australian market incredibly hard. I think they still technically get things with the rest of Europe. Well, with Europe, I should say. Assuming they have, you know, the systems in place to receive games. I believe they get them alongside Europe. I could be wrong on that, though. To be fair, there are a lot of flags missing from Mario Kart 8. Like, you'll never see a Chinese flag. The Chinese games market is sad. They have such a huge market. Like, it's a massive market for games. But you can't sell into it because it's so closed off. Ow. I should get to that friend request after this game. So anyone who's attempting to join in at the moment, just so you know, don't join into the next one. I'm going to be backing up to get to that friend request. Yeah, double kill! Well, I just got friend request. I need to back out and accept it. Ow. That's why I said, if you're joining, just stop the joining process. Ow. And one thing that China does have going for it when it comes to the games market is just they have a ton of stock in the mobile market, which does actually have some bleed over with the rest of the world, which is nice. Usually, though, their bleed over to the rest of the world comes from Japanese developers porting the Chinese games to the rest of the world. But still, it's something. Like the mobile game Azure Lane. It was initially made for a Chinese market. And then Japanese developers were like, nah, let's make this worldwide. So they did. Ow. Part of me still kind of wants to get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but at the same time I'm sitting here like, I have Mario Kart 8. Why can't those just be cross-platform? I choose death on my own terms. So I was out of ink, and I don't have my normal shoes on. So that becomes very much annoying. Yeah. I'm dumb. I hate not having my normal shoes. I mean, my main worry if I were to get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that the multiplayer will end up being what it always is for Mario Kart games. Of just, you know, you get your, let's just say 8 people, because I don't remember how many racers are in modern Mario Kart games. But I remember the N64's number, which was 8. You get your 8 people. 2 of them will be fighting over the number 1 spot, or maybe not even that. It might just be one person lapping everyone. And everyone else will be in the 3rd to 8th slots, just chugging along. I mean, I know Mario Kart Wii didn't have that problem, but it had... Whoever was in first usually was a hacker, and they've already finished the race the moment it started. Second place would be the one really good player of the lobby, who's pulled way ahead of the pack. And then the previous slots will all be exactly the same. So it's basically the same problem, just mildly different. Which is really annoying. Because, like, I like competitive Mario Kart matches. Ow. Did not realize that was there. Yeah. I am so bad at this. Come on, and cover. I should really just put my old shoes back on, but I know I'm gonna die because no ink resist, and I'm way too used to having it. Because that's always what happens. I should just put my normal kit back on. Like, shirt and all. Just work on the Splatfest team more once the Splatfest actually starts. Hello, Splat Boy. Hello, Mr. Otter Gaming. I do apologize for those just showing up now. The stream will be probably ending in about 5 minutes. That's my normal end time, and I am really hungry. So I'll probably only have one more match here. Because I have not eaten yet today. I will be back streaming later tonight, though. At 1 AM Atlantic time. If you're still awake then. Well, not 1 AM, midnight Atlantic time. I'm too used to saying 1 AM. Because I moved the stream time back an hour. Still ends at the same time. It'll be a 3-hour stream. Soon to be moving to a 4-hour if the 3-hour schedule works. This one will probably always stay at, just a little short 2-hour stream. Because it's basically... basically my free time this one's using. Not my work time, so... Plus, I'm using up everyone else's free time that's at, you know, that lives with me. Because they have to be quiet. Or at least more quiet than normal. Or at least try to be quiet, I should say. And I'm out of ink. Ow. Yeah, fair enough. I know the majority of people that watch my stuff are school age, so like the vast majority. Because me, it's Splatoon. It'd be a little weird if, you know, it was just all people who were older. Ow. Yeah, it's like 5 p.m. here. I don't know what that would be on a 24-hour clock. I haven't used 24-hour clocks, really. Outside of one specific MMO, and I still didn't know what the actual hour would be in my time. I just knew things happened at its 24-hour time. I am not a very smart man. Ow. Yeah, I would like to inform everyone I do have a Discord, should you wish to join it. It is linked in the description on YouTube, in the info on Twitch. As I've already said, I will be back streaming later tonight at midnight Atlantic time. And going until 3 a.m. Atlantic time. So if you're around then, feel free to join in. I'll probably be doing much of the same as I'm doing now, unless the ranked mode is my other X, so I can work through those placement games a bit, but I might also do Samurai. I don't know, I'm doing various things. I love how the title is various game modes. I did turf the entire stream. But, you know, it works. Yeah, with that said, thank you everyone for coming out and watching, and hopefully I'll see you later tonight or tomorrow for more streaming. So, see you all then.